On for a very special debut. Not a good night for one Savea, could it be for the other? And talking of goal kicks as well, when you're behind and the time is running out, that's when the pressure comes on. This is a massive kick for Aaron Pruden.
Now the flat kick from Crotty, very flat, but effective enough. And a holo gets it away, Perenara. But Ardie Savea, he'll be too quick, and that's a popular try.
Oh, and that's some try. It started with Savea, and from there he finishes it. Great finish.
They'll do a bit of truffling first with the French forwards.
Cyril by that time. Colombe trying to muscle his way over. They've got to be careful here of France. They can't afford to be held up over the line.
The referee said you have to release now, so they've got to release, otherwise there'll be another penalty.
Grégory Alldritt, and the player of the match, gets the try.
And Ireland go to the front, and it's popped up for Gibson Park, and Conway plays first receiver, and Bundiak, he's full of life still, takes it into contact. Gibson Park around the corner company, ever willing and able. Rowan Kelleher, Gibson Park, Caelan Doris, away goes Doris, Caelan Doris! What an absolute belter! Caelan Doris is in. Ireland have their third try, first low, then Kelleher, now Doris. And the scoreboard turns green in Ireland's favour.
Kelleher, Bundiaki first, then Kelleher, watching the space here. He just steps inside Cody Taylor, and his acceleration pace. He's
making a lot of carries with that number 6 on his back, and now Ardie Savea burst in front. Can he sneak away?
the wide pass to Ardie, again the third carrier gets on the outside of his marker, and Rico on the outside stepped off his right foot with his pace and power just too good. And how good was that set piece?
When Ardie Savea gets those legs pumping, going that low from that far away is never going to work.
Ardie Savea, sensational.
French, well, and to be honest, the Italians all work completely well. This is another chance.
Around the corner goes Cruz. Ball should be there and is there. And France have it once more. Alldritt stole it at the bottom of the final breakdown and ghosted it.
Off the back, pick and go, stay low, drive your legs, see how far you can get.
It's the highest level. Scotland did it last week. Scored tries almost every time they get into the English 22 at Twickenham. Here's Beale, a beautiful ball. Oh, that's magnificent. Keenan's going to score for Ireland. Oh my God.
Again, he picks it up, Ardie Savea for Smith. Here's Julian Sully and fires back into the gap. Now it starts to open up. Ardie Savea right under the posts.
In this game so far, a rare chance to get his hands on the ball. Great play from Ty Byrne. Gary Ringrose, Rowan Kelleher, Balagoon again. Now he surges towards the line, and he's put to ground by Baroni. James Ryan, Ireland 4 meters away. Doris, big tackle from Codella, but is it enough? No, it's not. Day is done with Caelan Doris. Pinball stuff, 1, 2, 3. Tried to put him down, they stopped him in his tracks, but somehow he found.
Good pitch to start on the
Look at that from Matera, and you.
Getting no right to make as many meters as that. Fiku touched in flight. Josh van der Fleer swings brilliantly. Sensational work from the World Player of the Year. And a penalty for France's Ty Byrne.
Good stable scrum. Gets it off to Geordie Barrett. Feeds it up to Julian Savea. Got the pass inside to Perenara. Loves a little kick for Ardie Savea. What a try that is. Ardie Savea gets his second.
He's running at full pace, and then he's timed it perfectly.
The clash against France next week. Sexton, the middle inside ball. The drive forward. Just held up over the line, but for how much longer? And Ireland have scored.
choosing no, I know which way to poke and prod.
Offside play. Here goes Savea, scrapping his way to within a metre and over the line. Try and give it.
That's an incredible amount of strength, Ardie Savea. He may be an absolute beast of a man. Here he is carrying here.
Mahoney, switch play at the line out from Ireland. So adept at this part of the game. So well drilled, these Irish forwards. Still going now. Paul O'Connell, the forward coach, drills them endlessly with this sort of stuff, and they do get the try. And it's the number 8, Caelan Doris.
Second receiver a lot in this game. Here's the kick. What a beautiful kick. Reese got support from Crotty. And here's Savea with pace. Too much of it. Ardie Savea. That is a spectacular try.
Oh, isn't it fantastic to see the loose forwards handling and running like this? It's just blatant out-and-out speed from Ardie Savea as he finishes it off. And you think when Savea gets the ball, he's going to need to find his support. He does not. He's got too much gas.
Jersey number 23 was the player that tried to get across and used the touchline in his friend, but Ardie Savea just had too much to get around him. Unbelievable stuff.
We've played a third of...
Tries to get his right arm to wrap.
And Ireland are beginning to increase the pressure load on this Welsh defence. Stockdale's on his own on the wing out here, but they're not going to need Jacob Stockdale because the forwards can do it all themselves, and it's the irresistible force that is Jack Conan.
Put the All Blacks deep inside Wallaby territory. Pass goes wide to Savea. He's out. What a brilliant try by the All Blacks.
Oh, what are we witnessing here? They swing it off that breakdown. Nice from Mo'unga. Savea beats that tackler. Probably should have passed, but at that stage, Aussie were all in disarray, and Savea bangs it down. That's absolutely sensational.
Bowles with the throw. Lobs it up. Won by Scott Barrett. Savea! Ardie Savea scores!
And from that close and being that strong with his leg drive, he powers over the All Black number 8, and the Argentinians finally succumb.
He had a bit of work to do, but he was too big, too strong. Now they go to ground. McDermott goes blindside, and he gets the try. Does he or not? No, they waved it out.
Watch this. Oh, he fell on his back. What a try-saving tackle. Ardie Savea.